Hello folks, Foxley here again. This is now 85 of my series in NMS, and I thought this one's going to be slightly different. It's not carrying on from the last one. It's because I'm now making some money. I'm farming the Tamarium and the Spidonium to make myself some Dosh because I found a couple of planets which are possibles, and I've kept the location on my the tunnel thing, the portal. And I'm just going to make some money because I bought another ship. I bought a 48 slotter which cost me 108 million, and for the last hour or so I've been farming the Tamarium, and I thought, well, I might as well record and show how I've changed my farming method, still using the same obviously the same system in my base, but I'm farming in one go two farms. So I've already farmed this lot of Tamarium. Now I'm going to show you how I obviously do this first one. What I do now, I farm the Spidonium first lot, then I start and farm the Tamarium to get the first set of Tamarium started. So from the first pick it will be 20 minutes again before they grow again, so I have to wait that amount of time. But for me now, doing it the way I'm doing it now, I'm doing the farm like this, picking the Tamarium the first pick, all of it, then doing the Spidonium 4 times, and obviously the Tamarium twice. So that would give me the same amount as if I was doing it one at a time, if you see what I mean, and save me journeying backwards and forwards. So it does take a little bit longer. I think roughly the total time to do this sort of the way I'm doing it now is about 50-55 minutes. But in those 50-55 minutes I'm making, with my particular terminal and the amount of slots I've got, I'm making roughly 25 million and something in 50-55 minutes or so. I'm not going to show it all on video, I'm just showing you this initial pick. Now this is the second lot of Tamarium I've started to pick. I've already picked the first lot, and I've changed it in as much as I'm using the Colossal for storage, and I'll show you what I mean by that in a minute. So I picked the Tamarium after the first pick of the Spidonium, and then you have to wait. Hopefully the Spidonium, when I've done the first pick, will be popping their second pop. So that means I've picked the Tamarium, all of it, in one go. So the very first one that I picked will take 20 minutes to start to pop again. So you've got that time scale to wait. Well, wait, you're picking all of this lot at the same time. So once you've picked all the Tamarium, you go back to your Spidonium to do the second pick of the Spidonium. Once you've picked the second pick of Spidonium, the Tamarium will be at their second pop. They won't be fully grown. So then you have to wait the 8 minutes for the Spidonium to grow again. Once they've grown full maturity, you pick them. By the time you finish picking them, on the third pick of the Spidonium, the Tamarium will have fully grown, roughly. See, look, they're on their second pop now. Now in a few minutes, you have to wait. There is a waiting time here, but these will start popping in a minute. So this will be the second pick of the Spidonium, and the first pick of Tamarium would not have popped yet, not even on the second one, as you can see. No, they haven't popped their second one yet. By the time you've picked the Tamarium on this pick, which is the second pick, they will have popped to their second pop. So it is a waiting game. See, they're popping now, look. I wait until about 5 or 6 on this side. There they go. And then I start picking straight away. And this is the best way I found of doing it. I'm showing this because I'm a little bit bored picking on my own, so I thought, well, I might as well show what I'm doing because it was driving me crazy because I want to make some money. So I thought I might as well show how I'm doing it now. It's changed to how I first did it, because I'm doing it all in one go instead of doing it in 2 runs. It just means you've got to wait a few minutes each time you do some of the picks. Now this is the second pick of the spodonium. The third pick of the spodonium needs to be done before you pick the second pick of the tamarium, and that's all of the tamarium. So that will be all the tamarium done. Then you only have to wait for the very last fourth pick of the spodonium, and 9 times out of 10, by the time you've done the second pick of the tamarium, the spodonium will be on their second pop or on their first pop, and you just have to wait for that second pop, which is about maybe 3 or so minutes. Oh yeah, I forgot, I need to transfer all this shit. This is how I'm doing it, because I forgot to do that. I transfer the spodonium over to the ship, and I use Rex, the Colossus, to take the tamarium from me. So this is the way you do it. You click on the X key on the keyboard, and then click on 250. You put that 250 over to make it 500, because that's the only way you can do it. And do that again, get another 250, put that over, 250, again 250, put that over, and this is how you go until you fill the Colossus up. This is just the way I do it now. It's a bit long and tedious initially, but you actually do it in one journey instead. You know, you have to wait a few minutes, but you'll see all the money we make. If you look at how much we've got now, we've got 107,381,000. Well, that's going to go up by 25 million at least. This is at the current rate that I'm getting at my particular terminal, obviously, and the amount of slots that I've got available. That's why I'm using the Colossus for extra storage. I've already put a geo bay, because I've been doing this a while, a geo bay right by the terminal. So that is where the Colossus is now, on another planet, which is amazing. I'm transferring all this stuff to him, yet it still goes in. I won't put a part one in, I'll only put a full one in. So that's it for now. We'll still fill him up in a minute. Well, let's carry on picking. Now that's upset my workflow a little bit doing that, because I should have done that earlier. But so you pick these. Now the tamarium should now be on their second pop, I would think, by the time we finish these. You watch, you'll see in a second, once we pick this lot. Now don't forget, this is the second pick of the spodonium. So we have to wait for them to grow again to do the third pick. And that was interrupted a little bit there, because I had to transfer that stuff. I normally do that earlier, and I just, as my usual old party way. See, they're on their second pop over in the distance. There you go. There. We now wait. We have to wait. We have to wait for them to start popping again, because they won't be popping again yet for another 10 minutes or so. Probably a bit less now, because I was bouncing around. But I transfer everything, which I didn't do earlier. You need to transfer these to your ship. I keep that one up here because I don't like having odd ones in the Colossus, because you can only put it there once. So we will fill these up when we get more tamarium, when they pop. But what I do now is I wait for these to pop. I'm going to show this bit in the video, just to show that I do pick these before I pick those. By the time these are popped, hopefully in a minute, they will still not have gone to full maturity. Not until I start picking these. So what we do then, we pick these on their, this will be the third pick. So we pick all these, and once we finish picking these, I see they're popping, second pop. So we've got to now wait from now on 4 minutes for that one to pop again, because they take 8 minutes to go fully grown. So we've got another 4 minutes yet before that one goes up. The tamarium won't pop yet. They might do now because I fluffed up there, but it's doubtful. So we then by the time we've finished picking this lot for the third pick, they will be ready for their second pick. Then we pick all the Temerium again, and by the time we've done that, after you've picked the third pick of these, obviously before, these will have started growing again. I want to show this because you'll see the result, and then I'll fly to the planet and show you what I do there on the first part. I thought somebody might be interested now that I've changed the way I farm it. I'm doing it in one go. Yes, there is waiting involved right now, probably now another 2.5 minutes or so. Let's do a save quick just in case. Don't want to lose what I've just done. See, they're still not popping. Any time now that far one is going to pop. Yeah, I'm ready to move, guys. I found a star system where that has 2 possible planets on that I can move to. One of them is lush and the other one is, I can't remember, but it's not lush. But it looks quite cool, and I don't think it's got any toxicity. The lush one has rain, I'm afraid. It's got light showers, but I've spent hours looking for another one, and that's about the best I can find so far. I did find one jungle planet, but it had storms. Not just light storms, it was quite heavy storms. So I don't want to see that again. The light showers I can put up with. But yeah, I'm just in the mood to move. No reason other than I want to build again. I want to try and design a different style of base, but similar, if you see what I mean. I want the same sort of farming. I found a terminal which gives me 5.8%. I think the amount of searching that I've done, it seems like the terminals out in the middle of nowhere actually give you a better price than the ones in the stations. It would be ideal if you could have a good price on your own home base or at a station, but that doesn't always will be the case. You'll find that a lot of the cases are just absolute crap. And so it's worthwhile if you, there you go, they're popping. See, these haven't popped yet. You watch, by the time I finish collecting these, the Temerium will have popped for their second pip. They better not bloody call me a liar. See, I'll start picking these this side when they about 5 or 6 of those have popped, and that'll be just about right. There we go, right now. So start picking these. Now this is the third pick. We need to pick these one more time, and then we've got a full load. Oh, did I transfer them? Me blabbing away, yeah I did, didn't I? I couldn't remember if I transferred them or not. So we transfer these before we pick all the rest. See, they're popping. I can see them popping now. Or did I not pick that one? It's possible. I could have missed it. We'll see. See how they're popping in the distance there? They're popping, so we'll get to them and they'll get to the end by the time we get to the end. So the first one we picked will be just starting to grow again. That'll take 8 minutes. It doesn't take 8 minutes to pick them, I know, but I'm not going to video the whole process of crafting. I'll video the first part of me crafting, and then I'll stop the recording and video the end part of it, showing you the result and how much money we make on my particular setup with the amount of money that I'm getting from my terminal. Obviously everyone's mileage will vary. Why aren't they popping? Why aren't they popping? Oh yeah, we fluffed up, didn't we? You see they're popping over there? Or did I miss that one? They are at their second pop anyway. These ones might be at their top end. Let's have a look. Yeah, it is tight. I'll get over there. Can't see now. Oh no, they're popping. See? They're popping in the back. But we did take a bit longer for these other ones because I fluffed about here, didn't I? Remember? Normally you wouldn't have this problem. They'll be going all the way around. but because I transferred some, I forgot to transfer. Might as well do that while we're here, might we? Save a few seconds. Got to transfer them all to your ship till the ship's full up. Come on guys, pop. Making this video longer than it should be. Yeah, I couldn't have picked that one. I must have forgot that one on the end. Because that shouldn't be up. That must have been up all the time. See, they'll be popping in a minute. Come on then, so will you. Come on guys. Yeah, that's because I spent some time. There we go. Give them a couple minutes so that we don't go past them. There you go, 1, 2. That's it, that should do. As long as I don't pick faster than they pop. Yeah, I like to call it pop, not grow. They pop up, see? They don't grow up, they pop up. If you notice, look. They're popping up, they're not growing up. Yeah, you know, I'm an old fart, I've got some weird ways. Yeah, you don't mind me showing you this crap all over again, guys, but it's because I'm doing it a different way, so I thought I would show it than what I did initially. I don't do it in 2 journeys anymore. I just wait those few extra minutes and do it all in one. And that's where the dear old Colossus comes in handy, because you'll see how it works when I get to the planet. And the Colossus is already on the planet, and I can still transfer the stuff to him, which is a bit weird, but there you go. See, they're not popped yet, but by the time we get to them, after picking this lot, they will be. What we do now, make sure that we transfer everything across to the ship, there to the ship. All the Spodonium initially is at the ship. And now we can start picking these lot. Now this is the last pick of the Temerium. By the time we've picked all this lot, we won't have too long to wait before the Spodonium will grow again for its last final pick, which is the 4th pick. I know I might be teaching people to suck eggs, but I thought I'd show it because I'm getting so frigging bored doing it on my own without actually speaking. You know, although I was speaking a little bit, sometimes I do talk to myself when I'm playing. But yeah, so this is making it a little bit more interesting for me. Not so much for you guys if you're watching this, because it is a bit boring. But yeah, I'm just showing this first initial bit, then we'll fly to the planet. I'll do the first craft, and then I'll stop the video there and do the last craft on video, which shows how much we earn. Now in real time this would normally take, again it's taking me roughly 55 minutes maybe to do all this lot in one go, because you have to do the waiting. But again, it's netting me 25 million, so you know, you can't really grumble, can you? Well, I can't. I think it's a good deal. You just do this a couple of hours, a game session or whatever. Yeah, you're not doing anything else, but you want to make the money. So you know, it's grind, grind, grind. What game isn't a grind, eh? Every friggin' MMO I've ever played is a grind. And that's a lot of MMOs. Arcade, cool. Arcade, what a grind that game is. Yeah, it's good PvP fun, but it's still a grind. There you see, they've all grown, look. So this is the last pick of this lot. We're not going to fill up, are we? No, I wouldn't have thought so. We'll see. You have 2 options of doing the Temerium, and the way I'm doing it right now, 1 row at a time. I think both ways are just as quick. funny, you can't pick the spodonium like this. It won't go across. You cannot pick the spodonium by going across to the other side. It just won't work. Don't know why, but it doesn't. Well, it doesn't on here anyway. Double check. Yeah, still room. See, how's the spodonium? See, they're on their second pop. So by the time we finish these, they'll be more or less ready to pick for the last pick, which will be their fourth pick. See, we're 20 minutes into the video now, even with me waffling like mad. So even though I'm doing double the pick, it's only taking 20-25 minutes to do this. And the other time scale is going to the planet, depending on where you have your terminal or where you're selling it at. Depending on whether you've got more time to take, because you might have to go there, like I do. Or if you're lucky, you get a good price at your home base. And there's no waiting, is there? You just go and sell, craft and sell straight away. My home base has got a decent price. It's got 4.1%, something like that. But doesn't beat 7.3, does it? Which I'm going to lose when I move, but c'est la vie. See, they're popping already. Yeah, that's cool. Now what we do, we transfer what we can now into the rest of it, what we can put into the Colossus. 250, put it on there. 250, 250, put that one up there. And here you can only put 250. Can't add to it now, that's it, because we haven't got any clear spots to add to it. So the rest goes into your ship. So all this lot, what will go, or what can go, put in your ship. And that's why you need ship with a reasonable amount of slots. It's not all going to go in, but enough. See, so put them up there out of the way. Just the way I do it. And now we pick the spodonium for the last time. So we've picked the spodonium 4 times, and we've picked this samarium twice, and that's it. That's the amount of times we need to do it, because the spodonium is half the quantity of the samarium. So you pick them twice as much, if you see what I mean. Obviously you can do it whichever way you like, but I find this is the most economical way, without having to come backwards and forwards to the planet or wherever your terminal may be. If the terminal is in your base, you're lucky that you get a good price there. I would never take a terminal which gives me minus, never. What's the point? You're doing all this work where it just takes a bit of time, or sometimes a lot of time, to find a decent terminal. But if you want to play the game and you want the money for it, then you need to find a good terminal. Simple as that. If you're not bothered, fine, doesn't really matter. But me, I want me Dosh, guys. I want millions. Well, why aren't they popping yet? Why aren't they popping yet? Oh, of course, we had that time difference, didn't we? Yeah, that's the problem. We had that time difference before. Yeah, when I fluffed up, they're popping now, look. Got to give them a couple so I don't catch them up. Yeah, that was a few time differences there when we made that. When I made that boo-boo by not transferring my stuff prior to starting the pick. See, 24 minutes into the video, even though I flapped up. So the time now will be taken in doing the crafting and getting there. Well, I'm not going to show the whole crafting, I'm just going to show the initial bit of how I do it. And then I'll stop the video and then carry it on when I do the last pick. Or the last craft, I should say, sorry. And you'll see what we earn. Well, on my particular terminal. Whoa! Don't get stuck on the door. Ole. Now what I do now is I transfer what I can to the ship. I don't think it can take much more. That's it. And we have those free to start off with if you've got a 48 slot exosuit. But at this stage of the game you should have. If you've had enough money to buy all your upgrades, you should have a 48 slot by now. Now we're going to fly. Where are we? There we go. I'm not using the portal. The reason I'm not using the portal, I'm going to show you. Sorry guys. Plus I can save while I'm doing it. Because I need this. This is the area. This one, Gehuts Kam's Shai Station. I need that station to stay on there. That's where my new base is going to be. There's going to be two possible options there, so we'll see when I have a look. Alright, now we need to fly to my terminal. And I'll show you how I do the crafting. Yeah, I know it's sucking eggs, but I do use the Colossus as a storage point. And so far, touch wood, I haven't had a lot of pirates attack me on the way through. Go on, this is my last one. Where is it? Where is it? How many times I've done it, I always forget where it is. Oh, come on, where are you? No, not side. Not that one. Oh, there we are. Always have to run around. You see, coming out the station, it's facing right to you, but I don't want to use the station at the moment. Oh, this juttering is a bug, I think, in the game. All this vibration business, you should be able to see clearer than that. Sometimes it's not like this. You can read the text, but at the moment you can't. Well, it's not game breaking, so it's fine. Now this has taken 27 minutes so far to get this far into the video, so you can see how long it's going to take. I'm only going to show you the first crafting, and then I'll stop the recording and start it on my last craft when I've got the last amount to craft. So as you can see, we've got 107 million, well 381,000, but that's our starting point, so you'll see how much we make on my particular, I must emphasize on my particular terminal, because it's the amount I'm getting for it. Obviously on my next home it's going to be a bit less, but never mind. It all adds up. We can almost still make money, whichever. Oh god, that is jumping about a lot, isn't it? See, my Colossus Bay is already there. I did that a long time ago now. What I try to do is go away from it. So I'm landing in the right position. And land facing the terminal. Well, that's just me, that's the way I like to do it. Doesn't matter, you can land anywhere you like. But as close as I can. And because it's a toxic planet, I used Rex to crafting. So, and we start crafting. You get to a point where you use all the stuff out on your ship, and once you get to that point where you can't craft anymore because you run out, you move across to Rex and just move the stuff that's in Rex to the ship, because you can't craft from this stuff in Rex. You have to move it to your ship. So when you get to that point, you will do in your crafting, you then move it across to the ship and build the ship up again with the Temerium. The ship has got all the Spodonium in it plus your exosuit, and so that should do. and I always, because it's toxic, I don't have to have any resources. See? Because I'm doing it in Rex, so I don't have to use any resources to negate the toxicity of the planet, because I'm sitting in Rex when I do it. I just fill it, that's it. Jump out of Rex and it's planted right in front of the terminal, so you're there. Sell your items. Make sure you don't click on the wrong ones, which I've done in the past. I had to reload because I clicked it and sold what I was making. Stupid boy. But anyway, yeah. And I have that there next to it, so save there when you've done that, because you're using Rex and there's no save. And this rinse and repeat. It's as simple as that. And obviously with Rex you've got that extra storage. You see, now we've got 108 million. Now it's 30 minutes into the video. So this will take me roughly probably to do all this lot. It's quite a lot to do, look. See, all that lot to be done. And all that lot. So it's quite a bit. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to carry on crafting. And I will craft the last craft on camera. So it's already 31 minutes in, so it'll be the last 5 minutes or so. So I'll catch you in a mo, guys. Okay. Hello guys, back again now. As you can see, I've only got this little lot left. And so far we have made 132,505,720, and our first figure was 107,381,058. So this little small lot we've made 25,124,662. I've already added it up, taken the other figure off, so it's just a little bit over 25 million. But we've still got these to create, and these are the last lot. These won't take too long, so it'll just put us over 25 million. And it's my time. I left my timer running, and it's taken just under 50 to 52 minutes to get this far. And this last lot will make our lot, and it's not going to be that much. That's it, finished. Now what I do now, I'll put them in there because I sell them as well, so just get rid of them. So I start afresh when I do the next one. And that's basically it, guys. And yeah, with my particular terminal, that's how much money I've made now. What's that going to give us? An extra 613,000. It's not bad, is it? So yeah. There we go. 133,127,000. So that's cool. 25 million and some. Okay. So that's some way I do it now. Yeah, it's takes a bit longer, but you make the money. So that's what I'm going to be doing till I get my 200 million. So I've still got a ways to go. Anyway guys, if you watched this far, thank you very much, and I hope you weren't too bored. I did not show you all my crafting. That's the most boring bit, but thanks guys anyway if you did watch this far, and I'll see you in the next one.